making a video. In case you didn't know. Because I'm bored. I'm bored because my partner is on a boat. He's been on a boat since 3:30 in the morning, and he's gonna be on the same boat until sometime tomorrow morning, and that's okay. But I'm by myself, and that's okay too. But after a while, it does get lonely, and I actually feel good enough about myself that I felt like a video wouldn't be like a completely shameful thing to do. So I'm making one now. Unfortunately, I really don't have very much to. That's not true. I always I should just say. Well, one thing that's interesting to me right now is how polyamorous relationships develop. I've always been polyamorous myself, partially because I have borderline personality disorder, and with that, it's really easy to get like way too wrapped up in a relationship or another person. So I've always found it easier to have a couple people, just so that I'm not like obsessing over one. But I mean, like I've also been in relationships that were technically open or polyamorous that were in everything but name monogamous for years. So my current partner said right away is like I don't do polyamory, and my last girlfriend left me because I wouldn't do polyamory. So we both kind of took a chance on it because neither of us were really sure if it was going to work out. Since I've never really done it, and I mean, the relationship is fantastic. One thing that he didn't really get, I think, is that I have certain desires, sexual desires, I guess, that he can't meet or doesn't want to. Like being not, I mean, not being a trans man, but being like gender neutral or gender fluid. I don't always want to feel like a lady. I want to fuck people with my cock, men specifically, and women, especially women. But I prefer to just give. You know what? That's too much. Um, and so like when a friend of mine got back in touch with me and was like, "Oh my gosh, I want to have tears streaming down my face because I cannot breathe because your 12-inch cock is shoved down my throat." And I don't have one of those yet, but they can be purchased. And it's something that I've always wanted to do. Um, I think my more masculine side gets insecure sometimes when when I'm like expected to act like a lady all the time. And I'm not expected to. I'm expected to act like me. However, there are definitively masculine things about me. Just wanting to put your dick in something that's pretty masculine. So anyway, we talked about it, and I wasn't even bringing it up as something as a suggestion because it wasn't something that I really wanted, but it was more like, well, I know you don't want to do this with me, and you know how I feel about you, and it's just I don't like this idea of every single relationship that you have, it's either a platonic friendship or it's a romance or it's sex based or, like, why have those boundaries or those rules? I mean, I mean, there are a lot of reasons to have boundaries and rules in relationships, but when you communicate as much as I like to, um, it doesn't, it starts to not make so much sense because, um, like, to me, having sex with somebody to whom I am attracted is just another way of getting to know them. It's another way of communicating. And I don't really see, um, and I've always seen, monogamous relationships tend to cause problems in the end with stuff like jealousy. And at least with, polyamorous relationships, like, if there's any jealousy, it's out in the open and you're talking about it. Hopefully. Oh, God, fucking hopefully. Anyway, so, Thor, who was my partner back up in New York, I live in Virginia now, um, is going to be coming down to see me with his poly clan, which includes like a married couple and their paramour. Um, and they're going to whisk me away off into the mountains, and that's exciting. Um, I don't think, as much as I would like to have sexcapades with them, I don't think that it's going to be okay with my significant other. And that's the crux of it, really, like, um, I feel like infidelity is what you do when you know that what you're doing is not okay. Whereas, if you've already spoken about it, like, and I've always said to every partner, male or female, that I've ever had, I've always said, like, hey, if you like get really drunk and hook up and like have sex with somebody, I'm not gonna be that mad as long as you tell me, because it's not the having sex with another person that bothers me particularly. It's the idea of lying or hiding. But everybody's different, and I understand. I mean, I'm not gonna recommend one relationship style to anybody else because I still don't know what relationship style works for me. So how am I supposed to know what relationship style will work for you? Um, yeah. So that was me talking about my relationship and polyamory. Uh, I'm gonna cut this off at 10 minutes because I think that's way too long. Um, for those of you who know me but haven't talked to me in a long time, I had to leave New York because it's really expensive. And now I'm living closer to my family in Virginia, trying to help them through some tough financial times and help ease my mom's sister, my Nana, through the final stages of Alzheimer's that she's um, going through very bravely and with a lot of grace. Anyway, I still wish I was back in fucking New York. And I'm gonna start doing this more often. Because, if people don't like it, they don't have to listen to. Okay, I feel like I should introduce this person. This is Archibald. Archibald was the first of many, too many really, stuffed animals that my partner has given me. He knows I like them. Okay, bye.